One way to get to the final three is that you're driving the car. Another way to get to the final three is if you're a passenger in that car. And right now, he's like in the trunk of the car. What's up, guys? It is time for each player's performance, and we're going to leave off a few of them on EOE, but also who gets the Russell crown this week. It was really out of two people for me, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But first, I want to talk about EOE, Edge of Extinction, and a couple of players over there on that side. We're going to start with Rob. Now, Rob is not changed at all. We see him, I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but I see it. Every time they go off and do something, they go off together, like a group, like a team. Oh, let's do this as a team, but that's just to keep everybody together. He's still doing his tricks over there. You even hear him, hurry up, the tide's coming up, like demanding things. Hurry, do this. That is Rob's gameplay. We will never not see that when he's out there. Even on EOE, now we're going to get into Adam, but it's going to be interesting to see Adam go there because I don't think Adam's going to go along with the team. Now, we do see them split up once they get to a certain point, but we see them all going together, all going like a big group. What does he call it? I don't know. It's in his book. You may want to read it. But if you play Survivor, do not play that aggressive. That kind of gameplay will never work anymore. That gameplay is finished. And it's funny to see that the old school still obeys him, and that's just how it is. The new school obviously does not, and they showed it by getting rid of every single one of the old school players. Now they're all sitting on EOE except for Tyson. He got his way back into the game. We'll talk about him a little bit as well. Not happy with Tyson. But, yeah, we see Rob demanding things, and they're listening along like little puppy dogs over there on EOE, and nothing seems to change. So a lot of people think I have a green screen. It comes with bugs and the sun and heat and bushes. So it's an amazing green screen. You should get it. $19.95. Oh, dang it. All right, let's get to Parvati. Now, it's interesting to see Parvati actually say, like, I was looking at her saying she's not playing the game. A lot of people are seeing that. She's not playing. She's not doing anything. Then all of a sudden we see, first of all, we wasn't sure if that was just editing, right? They may have just been editing. Maybe she's doing things that we ain't seeing, which I doubt. And that wasn't the case. Because now we see Parvati say, I'm actually playing the game. I finally did something, I think she said. She was like, I finally did something. That's because she knows she hasn't been doing anything. She knows she went to EOE and didn't have to go. She had the tools to work with to stay. And she did not use them, and she ended up by getting voted off. Now, if she'd be more like Adam, we'll go ahead and talk about Adam right now since I brought his name up a couple of times. Adam is working it. He is playing that game. He did get voted out. Adam's now at EOE. He has it. I could easily see Adam getting back in the game because that boy is just nonstop strategically playing. Adam made a few bad moves during the game. That's why he eventually got voted out. Okay, here we are. Some of you may recognize this spot. I had to move. My green screen keeps heating up on me and shutting my phone off. The sauna that you call the sun. So, no green screen. And some of you the super fans of the show, may recognize this spot. This is where me and Gracie, we do our movie reviews. But we're not talking about movie reviews today because we can't even go watch a movie. How many of you out there wanted that to be an idol? That fleur-de-lis sitting on the Jeff's office desk. I was like, please be an idol. Please. Now, I've heard a few people say, I knew that wasn't an idol. Come on, Fishback. You didn't know that wasn't an idol because they've done that before in other countries of Survivor. Their version of Survivor, yeah, they've done that before. Adam, man, I appreciate him playing the way he's playing. He's playing super hard. You, I think, now, if you don't think this, comment below. But, and I know I'm going to get a lot of hate on this, but I now put Adam on the line of a legend. He is right there, guys. He's definitely an all-star. You know it. He won his first time he's played. Second time, he looked really solid. Now, some of his plans didn't work, and he knew it. He said that how aggressive he played, but he had to do that from the beginning because he was in trouble right off the bat. We seen him strategically stay in the game, and a couple of physical challenges as well that he won. And at Tribal Council, that was the most epic Tribal Council in the history of the game. We did see that before where they get up and they start talking to one another. And but this time was a little different. We had Adam and Ben, and we'll talk about Ben with Adam, sit there and start arguing with each other. And I can guarantee you can ask anyone at that tribal, what did Adam and Ben say? And they'd be like, I don't know, we were too busy. They were too busy trying to find out what in the world are we supposed to do here at Tribal. Sooner or later, it will be there. And it's going to be because of what just happened. Guys, if that would have happened, if that would have worked for Adam, if that was really an idol, that would have been the biggest move in Survivor history. Over anything I've ever done. I would have given credit to Adam for the biggest move, because you have to realize nobody else is thinking that but him. So, and it's going to happen sooner or later. So if that would have been an idol, then he would have immediately jumped into the legendary status just like that. Anyway, we'll move on. That was just a really exciting moment for me in the game. I love that Tribal Council. I love the fight that Adam had the entire game. He's not done just yet. He got voted out. Yes, EOE. He's there. But he still has an opportunity to fight his way through the game. It's going to be fun to watch him now at EOE because Rob's not going to be able to hold this boy down. He couldn't hold him down there. He sure ain't going to be able to hold him down now, especially after Rob stabbed him in the back. All right, guys. Nick. I keep saying, why go after Adam and Nick? Why we keep hearing Nick and Adam? Nick and Adam. Adam, Nick. It is weird, but that's what we keep hearing. Is it because they're not strategic players? No, that's definitely not it. Is it because they're easy votes, like they call themselves? They sure don't look like easy votes to me. And Nick is actually trying to stir up some mess at this point. And the first 2 episodes, we didn't see Nick at all. Now we see Nick all the time. So it's a change in how production put that. But now we're seeing Nick all the time, and now Nick is fighting for his life. I think that Nick has took Adam's place in the let's get rid of this person, and we're going to see Nick a little bit more. I don't think he's going to give up that easily, and I can't wait to see what happens to him further into the game. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about Sophie. Sophie didn't get much airtime with this episode, but Sophie is killing it, guys. She's killing it. Sophie, the puzzle, when they won reward to eat Chinese food, which I never seen happen, but maybe it has. She's the one that she's the reason that they won. So Sophie's killing it. Like I said, we didn't see much, but I think that she has it down, and she knows what's going on. Kim wins individual immunity. Don't float around and think that you're going to get past Kim that easily. I've called Kim one of the best players in the game. I've called her win one of the best wins in Survivor history before she played this season. Now, She won 4 individual immunity challenges. I think she won them in a row as well. When she won her season, and now she won her first. So does that make her a threat? I said last week it makes Jeremy a threat. I think it does make Kim a threat. Kim guns for Nick. Now she wants Nick gone. She wants him out of the game for some reason. Like, I'm still trying to figure that part out. I think we're not seeing a lot that's going on in the game, and that's why I keep saying let's bump it up, Jeff. Let's bump it up to an hour and a half. I know that Jeff doesn't have that power. He can definitely influence that power. I just want more. And if anybody from CBS is watching, let's see more. Please, let's see more. Because we don't see what's going on. Kim, right now, it just looks like that she's not really doing anything. And when she does try to do something, it doesn't work out for her. She wants to get rid of Nick. So that plan never fans out for her. It doesn't work. Now, let's talk about Jeremy. That's really exciting, watching Jeremy do the whole as long as it's not me thing. Now, I counted, and Jeremy sat on that stump this entire episode. And the vote was changed 3 times, and he never left. Guys, there's no other way to look at it. That Jeremy is doing absolutely nothing, just sitting around and taking everyone else's advice, because his strategic plan never pans out. He's always switching his vote. He's going here and going there. And I know some of you are hollering at your phone or your screen saying, well, he's still in the game. He's doing what he has to do to stay longer. Yes, he is. But when he doesn't end up in the final 3, and he will not the way he's playing, because he doesn't control anything. He's not driving anything. One way to get to the final 3 is that you're driving the car. Another way to get to the final 3 is if you're a passenger in that car. And right now, he's like in the trunk of the car, trying to, just that as long as it's not me thing, still being a physical threat, it just doesn't work well with someone like Jeremy. It does work well with someone like Sandra. That type of gameplay, yes, it's won before. It's just not going to work with a strategic mind that's a strong physical player. So, come on, let's get with the game. Jeremy, pick it up. Let's do something. Get off that stump and get to work. All right, let's talk about Tony and Sarah. I'm going to talk about Tony and Sarah together. Sarah, some people say that her win was one of the most strategic wins in the game. Now, we see her have a brain for it. Sarah, for some reason, she thinks it's okay to give her advantage because she wants to humanize people. So we all humans, right? We're playing $2 million, but we're still humans. No, you're not a human anymore. Not when you play Survivor. You turn into something else. We don't know what it is yet. We're still confused on what you turn into, but it's definitely not a human. Not the ones that we actually like anyway. So you lie, cheat, and steal and get your way through the game. That's exactly what she's doing by saying, oh, we're human. No. She's strategically playing the game, and she's lied, cheating, and stealing, just like she did before, just like her win. Nothing's changed. She just realized how bad of a move it was. She's not playing with rookies. It is one of the worst moves I've seen in a long time. Immediately, the great players, the good players, are seeing it through that. Like, what are you doing? Tony comes up to her. What are you doing? And he schoolyards her. Schools her. School. He schools her. And he tells her, what are you doing? He's like, you can't do that. You can't play like that. Everybody sees right through that. So Tony recognizes it, and Tony is playing an amazing game. And the Russell Crown goes to Tony. Tony is playing a super impressive game. I think that it is one of the greatest performances when you combine the two, the one he won and what he's doing now, of any two-time, three-time player in the history of the game. Four-time, five-time. I will publicly come out and say, if Tony ends up in the end of this game, just ends up at the end of it, I will say he's the greatest that ever played. If he wins it, no question. No question. He is doing something that is really hard to do, guys. And I'm going to explain. Russell and Tony. We are probably pretty similar. We may be the most similar in the game of Survivor out of anybody, any two that you can compare together that's notable anyway. And if I was in that game, you know how hard it would be for me not to go look for idols, not just to stay around camp, not to really strategically run around like Adam's doing or like now Tyson's doing. Again, it would be super hard to do. It's harder for me to do that than it is to actually go look for idols and strategically whip everybody's butt. It's harder for me to sit there and not do anything. So by Tony sitting there and kind of calmly playing this game is a hell of a strategic play. And that's what he's doing. Not only is he doing that, he's saying it. We see a lot of people talk on the internet, oh, they were doing this. This is what their plan really was. But we never hear it. We're not hearing Kim say, oh, no, I'm not going to play right now. I'm not going to do anything right now. I'm just going to sit around and do nothing. We're not hearing that. We didn't hear Parvati say that. It's on the opposite with Parvati. We hear saying, oh, I finally did something. So they would edit that in, their plan. They want you to know, production wants you to know their strategic plan. They would edit all that in. We hear it from Tony. We hear that's his strategic plan. So I think that he's playing a crazy good game. Man, if he gets to the end of this game, I will publicly sit here and say he's the best that ever played. Over me. And, you know, that's a lot coming from me with my personality. You know that. So let's move on to Tyson. Talked about him just now. Tyson knew he made a big mistake by running around. Man, this is a fine line. I know I'm like, oh, you don't do nothing. Oh, you're doing too much. There's a fine line in how you play that game. And that's why it's super hard. It's not an easy game at all. But with Tyson, we already know how they think of it when he's running around doing crazy things and trying to work everybody, trying to change votes and play like that. When he did that, he got voted out and he went to EOE. Then everybody talked about how I'm not, I played really tough. Now I'm changing. Last episode, he was like, I'm changing. And we seen him not do anything and he was safe. He was okay. Now he's right back to the way the reason he got voted off. They're going to see that. He keeps doing that. Tyson's going to go. He's not going to make the final three. Yes, he may make the final five. Yes, he may go a little bit deeper. But we're talking about the final three here, guys. Or final two, whatever it may be. We need to see them, which I bet is the final three because they want to see more personalities. But, it didn't work for him then. I don't know why he thinks it's going to work for him now. But he decided to go that route. Okay. Let's see. Were you missing anybody? Yes. How could I miss Michele? Michele gets the 50-50 challenge advantage, Dewey Hickle thing that when she finds it, she says, it's the old 50-50. Like we've seen it before. And apparently Jeff gets it and he flips it and it's either you're safe or you're not safe. It's as simple as that. It's another piece of Survivor that we haven't seen before. Something else they implemented into the game. Would you have taken the 50-50? Comment below and let me know because I'm super interested how many super fans or fans of the show would actually pay 4 tokens for a 50-50 shot that may or may not work live at Tribal Council. I wouldn't have taken it. Not if I was in her position. Now, if I was in my position, I probably would take it, because I'm probably going to need as many 50-50s if I ever play again that I could possibly get. But with her, I think it's a bad move taking it. She's okay. She's fine. Use that 4 tokens for something else later on in the game. Maybe she thinks this is my last shot to use my tokens, because you may not get to use them. She may regret using all them tokens because something else may pop up later in the game. I think she made a mistake. All right, guys. Sorry about having to edit this video and it getting all chopped up. Apologize for that. Had to do it. Too many things happened this time. But anyway, please subscribe. Hit that notification button. Like it if you like it. Don't forget to check out the Russell Hance merchandise right there. You see it right below the video. Come check out my Patreon group. I think you'll like it. I'm real personal with everyone. And I appreciate you guys for watching. Keep hope alive.